What are the most unreliable cars on sale today? Our research shows that reliability is one of the most important considerations that buyers have when choosing a new car. And in this video, we'll tell you the 10 cars you do well to steer clear of if you want an easy life. We'll also run you through the 5 brands with the worst overall reliability score. And don't worry, it isn't all doom and gloom, because in a couple of weeks, we'll be posting another video about the most reliable cars that you can buy. Subscribe and switch on notifications, and we'll let you know as soon as that's live. Now, before we reveal the most unreliable cars on sale today, how exactly do we know what we're talking about? Well, our data comes from the annual What Car Reliability Survey in association with Motor Easy. This year, we're including responses from nearly 30,000 car owners, and we have a big enough sample size to cover 199 different models and 31 different brands. The survey focuses on cars up to 5 years old because that covers the minimum 3-year new car warranty, as well as another 2 years where faults are less likely to be fixed for free. And we're also only including cars that are currently on sale, although they may have had a facelift or other minor updates during that time. Our survey starts by asking owners if their car has let them down during the past 2 years. And to gain a better understanding of what went wrong, owners are then asked for more details about the nature of the problem, how much it cost to fix, and how long their car was off the road. Cost and inconvenience are the 2 biggest headaches of dealing with a faulty car, so we factor in these things to create a unique reliability rating for each car and brand. For more information about the survey, as well as a full rundown of the results split by class, click the link above and head to our website whatcar.com. And to be part of next year's survey, make sure you tell us about your car's reliability. You'll find more information in the description below. So on to the most unreliable cars on sale today, and at number 10, it's the Seat Ibiza. This popular small hatchback is great to drive, and if you choose carefully, keenly priced, but it isn't particularly reliable. By far the biggest number of faults related to the Ibiza's infotainment system, but there were also a notable number of electrical and fuel system gremlins. Although almost 90% of faulty cars could still be driven, 42% spent more than a week in the workshop, and only 74% of remedial work was carried out free of charge. Number 9 on the list with a reliability rating of 76.2% is the Porsche Taycan. Now, the Taycan is a phenomenal electric car in many ways, and was recently treated to some midlife updates to give it a longer range and allow it to charge up even faster than before. Sadly, the Taycan has also proved one of the least reliable cars on sale today. 58% of owners in our survey said their car let them down, with a range of issues concerning the air conditioning, the drive battery, the charging system, and the bodywork. Getting cars fixed proved a lengthy process too, with more than half of affected Taycans off the road for more than a week, although Porsche did at least cover the cost of 97% of the repair work. It's another Seat next, because the Golf-sized Leon proved even less dependable than the smaller Ibiza. 58% of owners who completed our survey reported that their car went wrong, with the Leon's infotainment system causing the most headaches. Problems weren't resolved particularly quickly either, with 62% of the cars off the road for more than a week. More positively, Seat picked up the bill for 97% of the repairs. 7th place in our most unreliable list of 2024 goes to the Vauxhall Corsa Electric. This is, of course, the fully electric version of Vauxhall's smallest car. And while it's one of the cheapest EVs you can buy new, it isn't one of the most dependable, according to respondents of our survey at least. Indeed, the electric Corsa is more prone to faults than its petrol sibling, with 25% of owners reporting issues, mainly with the air conditioning, the drive battery, the charging system, and other non-motor related electrics. Half of the faults took more than a week to fix, and almost 40% of owners had to cough up for the repairs, although the majority of bills came to less than £500. The Volkswagen Golf is in 6th place, and it's specifically the diesel version of that car which suffers the most problems, with a reliability score of just 70.4%. Owners reported that their cars were plagued by issues with the infotainment and other electrical systems, and there were also numerous gearbox glitches. 30% of diesel Golfs went wrong, a third taking at least a week to fix. And to make matters worse, only 40% were fixed for free. 11% of owners faced bills of £1,000 or more. But the next 5 cars proved even less reliable, and in 5th place on our most unreliable list, it's the MG ZS EV. This is the fully electric version of MG's value-focused SUV, and it will remain on sale until 2025, when it will be replaced by a new electric SUV based on the MG4. 43% of ZS EV owners reported problems in our survey. 82% of broken cars were in the workshop for more than a week. On top of that, 10% of owners faced bills of more than £1,000 to get things put right. The air conditioning and 12-volt battery were the main culprits, but there were also issues with the drive battery and the charging system. An all-new ZS was recently launched, but this is a completely different car from the ZS EV and will only ever be offered in petrol and hybrid form. Let's hope it proves more reliable. Next up is the Mazda CX-60. Japanese cars may have a reputation for being dependable, but the CX-60 proves that isn't always the case. 62% of owners had glitches with their cars. A third of those reported suspension issues, a similar proportion had electrical faults, and almost a quarter complained about steering problems. 43% of faulty cars took more than a week to fix, although Mazda has to take some credit for covering the cost of all of those repairs. The third most unreliable car that you can buy right now is the Vauxhall Mokka Electric. Yes, another electric Vauxhall makes our list of the most unreliable cars, and the Mokka proved even less dependable than the smaller and cheaper Corsa Electric. 55% of the owners surveyed said that their cars went wrong, and although a third of problems were sorted out in less than a day, 56% of broken cars were out of action for more than a week. Vauxhall did pay for the repairs in 92% of cases, but the owners who were asked to cough up all faced bills of at least £1,500. Ouch. We're big fans of the MG4 because it's a good small electric car for a great price, but it seems there is a compromise when it comes to reliability. With issues in almost all of our fault categories, 30% of the owners who responded to our survey said that their MG4 let them down. And MG only paid for repairs in 55% of cases, leaving 39% of owners with bills of £1,000 or more. Repairs weren't always swift either. 68% of affected cars took more than a week to put right. And finally, the most unreliable car on sale today is the Nissan Juke. This popular small SUV was recently given a midlife facelift, and let's hope Nissan also addressed some of the car's problems, because the Juke gets a reliability score of just 50%, by far the lowest in the 2024 survey. Nearly a third of Jukes reported on went wrong, with 80% of those rendered undrivable, some for more than a week. Worse still, Nissan covered the cost of remedial work in only 35% of cases, and 52% of owners shelled out more than £1,500 for every fault that needed fixing. Indeed, one owner summed it up: "Nissan has been trying to fix my Juke Hybrid for 3 months, and it's not managed it yet." So those are the most unreliable cars on sale today. But which brands have the worst overall reliability score? Well, as we said earlier, there were 31 manufacturers with a large enough sample size to be included in the overall brand league table. And in 27th place, it's Land Rover. Clearly, that's not exactly a result to be proud of, but it does suggest Land Rover is moving in the right direction where reliability is concerned, because it's the brand's best finish for years. 28th place goes to Nissan. The fact that Juke was the least reliable car in the entire survey certainly dragged down Nissan's overall score. But even the Japanese brand's best performing model, the Leaf, only managed 61st place out of a total of 199 models. Still, Vauxhall fared even worse when it came to reliability, with 2 of its cars in the bottom 10. Even Vauxhall's most dependable car, the Grandland, managed only 68th place overall. Alfa Romeo doesn't exactly have the best reputation for reliability, and our survey suggests that's far from a myth. Although Alfa didn't have any models in the bottom 10 overall, the Giulia and Stelvio were both among the 40 least reliable cars in the entire survey. And the brand that builds the most unreliable cars of all, according to the results of our 2024 survey, is MG. It had by far the lowest average reliability score of just 76.9%, with the MG4 the second least reliable car in the survey, and even the brand's most dependable model, the MG5, languishing down in 116th place. So there you have it. Those are the most unreliable cars and brands according to the results of the 2024 What Car Reliability Survey. For a full breakdown of the results, head to whatcar.com and let us know all about the reliability of your car by filling out the survey in the link above. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for lots more videos like this one.